Hey, I am Luis Martin, the art engineers. Hey pandas, how are you? Woo! I gotcha! So I'm really happy and excited to be here for you, my second graders of Magnolia Elementary School, with one of my favorite people in the world, Miss Martin. And like I said, my name is Luis Martin. She's my aunt. And you're lucky to have her, so enjoy her class. And she's asked me to do a video for you on Earth Day. I'm gonna lower the music. I think music's really important when you make art, but right now let's lower it a little bit. But when you make art, be sure to put some good music on, and believe me, it'll go nicer. So, Earth Day. Earth Day started such a long time ago, like 50 years ago. And the whole point of Earth Day was to remember that the Earth is really important and we should take care of it. So I know right now it's a really weird time and we're all stuck at home. So it's even more important to remember about Earth Day, right? Because the Earth is a little sick. So let's think about it, send in some positive energies to make sure that it'll be healthy again. And today, I know that you're at home and you might not have all of the crayons, all of the colors, all of the markers you want. So we're gonna think about making an art project with what you have around your house. What do you have around your house? I hope you have, not a panda, but scissors, right? We have scissors. How about, do you have tape? How about a marker? Paper, white paper maybe? Definitely, I hope you have a magazine, because I'm a collage artist, which means I take magazines and make things by cutting them out and putting them together again. So hopefully you have that. But if you don't, no worries. You can just use regular lined paper, okay? So we're gonna make a garden. What could be more better to do on Earth Day than a garden, right? So if you don't have any fun stuff, also actually, I have one more thing. Crayons. I hope you have crayons. And if you're really lucky, you might even have construction paper. But if you don't, it's okay. But if you do, you're lucky. So let's start with the lined paper. If you don't have any fancy material, let's think about how to make this paper a little bit more exciting by using patterns. What are patterns? The world is surrounded by patterns. Look at my jacket. It's full of pattern, right? So even the line paper already has a pattern, right? The lines. But let's say I want to make a pattern for this garden we're going to do, which is a flower. How about if I do a bunch of circles? So I make tons and tons and tons and tons of circles. They don't have to be perfect. When you make art, there is no right or wrong. You just go with it. So I'm just gonna make a few more circles. Can you hear it? And then, if you have some crayons, we can add some more color to it, right? So I did something in red, and then I'm gonna do with a different color, red. So see how this is creating a pattern of circles? So this is a pattern, right? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna make patterns, or we're gonna look for patterns in our magazines, in our books, or whatever you have around you. So I have this magazine that I get in the street for free here. By the way, I'm in New York City, which is on the opposite side of the country. You guys are in LA, so it's about 5 hours in a plane. But I used to go to your school, and so did Miss Martin. So we're not that far. So while I'm looking at the magazine, I'm looking for patterns. Okay, so come closer. Maybe let me see if you see some patterns with me. Oh, that's a nice pattern, right? It's like my jacket, the pattern. So let's tear this guy out. Let's look for some more patterns. I think I saw a nice pattern earlier here. Let's see if I can find it again. Oh, look at that. There it is. Isn't that a fun pattern, the rainbow pattern? So let's take that out. And then let's look for one more. One more pattern. Tell me if you spot one. Ah, do you know him? Actually, you know what is a pattern too? Oh, this is definitely a pattern. But look at this. Words can be patterns, right? It's black and white. It's a pattern. So let's use that. Okay. So right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 patterns. And I think that might be enough to create our garden. So I'm gonna start with the pattern that I made. So what are some flowers? Do you guys know some flowers? Actually, I'm sure you know a lot of flowers. Sometimes people are named after flowers, right? Do you guys know anyone named Daisy? That's a flower. How about hyacinth? No, that's not. It is a flower, but I don't know anyone named hyacinth. How about sampasuchi? Does anyone know that? That's a flower. Okay, so we have this pattern. I'm gonna cut it out with my scissors. And I'm going to have a piece of paper as my background from the start, right? So I'm gonna make a daisy. And here's a picture of a daisy. Nice, right? So I'm gonna try to imitate it with this pattern that I made. I might need to make more of it. And if it doesn't look like a daisy, it can be my personal invention of a daisy. But you see how that's already become something really cool from the pattern that I made out of nothing? So sometimes when you don't have the things you need around you, or the things you think you need, you can invent things. And you'll be surprised what you can do. So that's something. And then I'm going to look for another color. See how I have some yellow here? Maybe I can make a circle out of that. Fun, right? And then if you have your fancy crayons, or you have any color, you can start drawing your garden. Whoops. Be gentle. I broke my crayon. Oh, but look how fun. You can even use that. All right? When we don't have a lot, we can't squander, we can't just throw it away, so we'll use it. Okay, so another thing you can have, and when you go outside, you can get one, is a glue stick, right? So we'll use our glue stick to start putting our daisy together. Do you have a favorite flower? For Valentine's Day, people like to give roses, right? What other flowers have you seen? Have you ever seen a sunflower? Have you ever eaten a sunflower seed? They're huge, they're beautiful. And I just got an amazing message from the cameraman who's reminding me that you guys all know a very important flower. Magnolia! Your school is named after a flower. So this is what a magnolia looks like. So we'll have to make a magnolia at some point, okay? I don't get to make it, try to make it yourself. So let's go back to the garden. So now that we did one, let's make another one, right? Because if you only have one flower, that's kind of a sad garden. So let's make a tulip. A tulip looks like this. So let's try to make our own tulip. It's basically just a U, or a cup, with some little spikes on top. And it doesn't have to look like the flowers that you've seen. It can just look like something else. Look at that. Isn't that fun? And that's already part of a collage, right? Because I took it from a magazine. I'm making something new out of it. So if you're lucky and have some construction paper, you can use it now. So I've been making art for a long time, so I can do this really, really fast. But be sure you take your time and have fun with it, because what's the point if you're not having fun, right? Oh, look, there we go. It's a garden. So now that we know that your school is a flower, let's try to make a magnolia. Magnolias are usually white, but let's make a yellow one. We have big petals. And sometimes what you can do too is you can take a marker. So come closer, I'll show you. And you can try to draw it first. So this is my magnolia. So that's my magnolia. If it looks like it, great. If it doesn't, I'm happy with it anyway. So then I'm just gonna cut it out. What kind of music do you guys listen to? I'm listening to some house music. Keeps me going. So what you can do after you make your garden, or while you're making your garden, you can invite your sister, your brother, your mom, your aunt, your dad, whoever you want, because this is fun, right? You want to share the fun. But if they're busy, it's cool. You can do it by yourself. No problem. That's the cool thing about art. You can do it by yourself, or you can do it with friends. So there's my magnolia. So let me glue my tulip. My leaf. My magnolia. Actually, let's do something different with this, with the magnolia. I think the magnolia grows on a tree. So what if we put a bunch of leaves, or draw a bunch of leaves? Again, I'm gonna try to draw patterns, right? So let's make a pattern of leaves. So these are supposed to be leaves. They kind of look like eggs, huh? But they're leaves. I'm kind of drawing a bush. And then I can go inside and draw the crease in the middle. So it looks more like a leaf. Right? And then put this in the middle, and look, we can even make a stem. So there's our magnolia. Should we make one more flower? Okay, let's make a sunflower real quick. So I'm going to draw it. So sunflowers are really big, right? They're like that big. And then they have little petals. And that's why they call it a sunflower, because it looks like a sun, right? With the rays. This actually reminds me of a sunflower my grandma likes to draw. And then we can color it. And again, if you don't have colors, no worries. You can put pattern, but you can color it. See what happens if I go up on one section and cross it on the other. See how we created that pattern? And then we'll make the stalk right behind it. And their stem is really thick too. And we can draw a leaf. Cool, we have our garden. And if you want, you can even take your green paper and make a bunch of leaves. I'll make a few. So we can just kind of sporadically fill the paper. I'll make one more. Fun, right? Now, let's have a little bonus, because what's a garden, what's Earth Day without a animal? So what animal should I draw? What animal should I draw? So I'm gonna try to draw a panda with just using circles. Maybe 8 circles. So come closer, I'll show you. So we do a big circle, another big circle, a little circle here, 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 a little circle there. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 circles, right? But I think I need a few more circles. How about 3 more? 1, 2, 3. Okay, so stay with me, we're almost there. Then you can take your marker or a different color. And now you have your panda coming out. Do you see it? It's coming together. And usually they have circles around their eyes. Their ears are black, right? It helps to have a panda to look at. And then his little feet. And if you want to be nice, you can even do another panda so he's not alone or she's not alone. But this panda will be okay alone. And then, of course, a huge smile and a nose. And there's my panda! And I like pandas that have a big belly. So, that's his belly. Oop. Right? How about some eyelashes? Now, I'm gonna cut Mr. Panda out. What should we call him? Or her, I don't know. If she's a lady panda or a Mr. Panda. Let's say her name, it's a her. Wait, I'm hearing something. What's her name?
Alaska.
Alaska, her name's Alaska. Wait, isn't Alaska a state? It is, but it's also the name of our panda. So let's name our panda Alaska. So Alaska will be very happy in the garden we just made. What are you gonna name your panda? We're almost there, bear with me. Now, I hope you have fun doing this, and if you do this, take a picture of it and send it to Miss Martin or show it to your teacher, and then she'll let me see it because I really want to see your gardens. I think you guys will make some amazing stuff. And there it is. How about that? Happy Earth Day, you guys. We made an amazing garden together, and I can't wait to see what you do. So do it with someone else. Do it with your sister, brother, friend, whoever, or do it by yourself. But just have fun, all right? This is Luis Martin, the art engineer in New York, coming to you with lots of hugs and virtual affection. All right, have fun. Bye.